So I welcome you all to UIS, and uh, my name is Saurabh Pandey. Let's discuss about this important topic.
Saturn has overtaken Jupiter as the planet with the most moons, according to US researchers. A team discovered a haul of 20 new moons orbiting the ringed planet, bringing its total to 82. Jupiter, by contrast, has 79 natural satellites. The moons were discovered using the Subaru telescope on Mauna Kea, Hawaii. Each of the newly discovered objects in orbit around Saturn is about 5 kilometers. 17 of them orbit the planet backwards. This is known as a retrograde direction. The other 3 moons orbit in a prograde direction, the same direction as Saturn rotates. 2 of the prograde moons take about 2 years to travel once around the ring planet. The more distant retrograde moons and one of the prograde moons each take more than 3 years to complete an orbit. Studying the orbits of these moons can reveal their origins as well as information about the conditions surrounding Saturn at the time of its formation, as researchers said from the Carnegie Institution for Science in Washington, D.C. Jupiter had been the planet with most known moons since the late 1990s. The outer moons in the new haul appear to be grouped into 3 distinct clusters, based on the inclinations of the angles at which they orbit the planet. Scientists think the retrograde and prograde moons are the broken-up remnants of at least 3 larger bodies. These bigger objects were smashed up by collisions, either between distinct moons or with outside objects such as passing asteroids. One of the newly discovered retrograde objects is the furthest known Saturnian satellite. These moons have fairly inclined orbits to Saturn and are pretty far out, so we don't think they formed with the planet, we think they were captured by the planet in the past. If an asteroid happens to be passing by, you can't capture it today because you can't dissipate its energy. However, in the solar system's youth, when Saturn was in the process of forming, a cloud, or disk, of dust and gas surrounded the planet. This helped dissipate the energy of passing objects. But in most cases, these bodies ended up spiraling into the planet and becoming part of it. We think these moons interacted with that gas and dust. These were comets or asteroids that happened to be passing by. Most objects would spiral into the planet and help form the planet itself. But we think these objects were captured right when the gas and dust started dissipating. So they were captured into orbits around the planet rather than falling into the planet. These are the last remnants of what formed Saturn. The finds were made by applying new computing algorithms to data gathered between 2004 and 2007 with the Subaru telescope. These algorithms were able to fit orbits to potential moons identified in the old data. We thought they were moons of Saturn, but we weren't able to get full orbits to determine this. By using this new computer power, I was able to link these 20 objects that we thought were moons to officially find orbits for them. The original observing team included Dr. Shepard, David Jewett of University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, and Jan Klenner of the University of Hawaii. Dr. Shepard said more moons were probably waiting to be found around Saturn. But astronomers would need larger telescopes, such as those set to come online in coming decades, to discover these smaller satellites of around 1 kilometer in size. The team has initiated a contest to name the moons. They have to be named after giants from Norse, Gaelic or Inuit mythology, corresponding to the 3 different clusters.
So I hope ये सेशन आपके लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहा होगा. डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब UIS चैनल. ऐसे बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट वीडियोस के लिए UIS चैनल को जरूर से सब्सक्राइब करें. द हिंदू सेशन आपका सुबह 7 से 7:15 बजे के बीच में होता है. IAS एग्जाम की अगर आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो अनअकैडमी से आप जरूर से जुड़ें. लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया हुआ है, उस लिंक में आपको क्लिक करना है. यू हैव टू पुट द कोड SPLIVE. आप ऑफलाइन के लिए जुड़ सकते हैं. ऑफलाइन का बैच भी शुरू हो रहा है. आप जो डिफरेंट बैच कोर्सेस ऑनलाइन, वो भी उसका भी आप हिस्सा बन सकते हैं. मेरे द्वारा भी कई सारे कोर्सेस आपके लाए गए हैं, चाहे वो ज्योग्राफी एनवायरनमेंट साइंस का, ज्योग्राफी एनवायरनमेंट एग्रीकल्चर का कोर्स हो, या साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी का कोर्स है। ऐसे बहुत सारे जो कोर्सेज हैं वो आपके लिए लेकर आए गए हैं, तो उनको भी आप ज्वाइन करें। अनअकैडमी के साथ जुड़कर आप लाइव क्लासेस कर सकते हैं और अपनी प्रिपरेशन को अच्छा कर सकते हैं। टेस्ट सीरीज़ हैं, बुकलेट्स हैं, एवरीथिंग इज़ अवेलेबल। तो ज़रूर से जुड़ें और सारे अपडेट के लिए UIS चैनल को आप लोग ज़रूर से सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू।